If I were to ask you right now and try to be honest with yourself, are you being the person that you know you need to be and doing the things that you know you need to do to get your desired life? What would your answer be? Yes or no? Have you gotten it yet? All right, now scratch that. Because trust me, that wasn't the accurate answer. Either you've given yourself more credit than you should have, or you've downplayed your progress because you find it really hard to give yourself credit for your hard work. When I started my self development journey, my answer would have definitely been no. I was consistently implementing the things that I was learning. Well, I was trying to, the Pomodoro timer, the journaling, all of that. But it still felt like I was not moving forward. I still felt stuck and I found it hard to get out of the cycle of me thinking that I wasn't progressing in life. And that was mainly because I did not have the data to show that I was progressing. I didn't have the full-time capsule of my life that showed me my life in a bird's eye view, everything that I had done up until this point. I didn't have the weekly reset that I do every single week in order for me to look at my goals, look at my life areas. How am I doing? How was the last week? If you want to fast track your process to the stage where you're finally like, yes, I am the person that I want to be, you need to drop your emotions and pick up the facts. Look at the facts. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do that in 4 stages: where you've been, where you are at, where you're going, and how you are getting there. So let's get started. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited to have you here. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really do hope that you gain value from this video. And if you're not new and you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you being here as well. So yeah, guys, as you can see, we're going to be talking about how you can stop deceiving yourself. Okay, we can live our lives not really facing the facts, not really, facing what exactly is happening, trying to make sure that you are aware of everything that is happening and you are not deceiving yourself. And yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So if that's something that you want to learn more about, then let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about is the mindset shifts that you need to have, okay? Because all of the activities that I'm going to be telling you to do for the 4 stages, they can be quite, I wouldn't say time consuming, but they do require you to, put effort in to actually doing this thing and maintaining these things. And if you don't have the right mindset towards this thing, it's just going to look like work for you when it's supposed to look like something that you are grateful to be doing, that you're grateful to have. Okay, so the first one is that having systems in place that show you exactly how you're doing allow you to stop seeking validation from others and gaining fulfillment in yourself. Because when you have these systems in place, they help you to look at your life based on the criteria that you have set. So you know that, okay, these are the habits that I am going to stick it to. So once I can stick to these habits, I can feel good about myself. I do not need other people's, inputs into that. Once I have, okay, I have this habit of how I want to live my life, the kind of person that I want to be, you are validating yourself. You are showing yourself that I wanted to do this and I am doing it. So I don't need validation from any other source. I just need to follow the habits that me and God have decided that these are the habits that we're going to be focusing on. These are the habits that are aligned with the values, with the kind of life that we want to live. And once you can be giving yourself scores, once you can be looking at this, okay, in this area, what did I get? In this area, what did I get? It's just going to help so much because you'll be able to validate yourself, So that's it. And then the next one is when things are not going so right. Okay, so the first point, it's when things are going right and you're doing all your habits. But then the second one is when you see, okay, you have set these habits, you have set these tasks that you're going to do. If you see that you are not doing them, if you have a system where you go to every single week to check in with yourself, you would notice that if you are not doing the things that you said you want to do, you won't have anyone to blame. And that is when you will go from blaming others or blaming other circumstances to being honest with yourself and seeing that you are the problem. Yes, that is it. Because you would see, okay, these habits for my health, I didn't work out. I only worked out like once out of 5 times. I only finished drinking my water for like 2 times out of 5. So you would see that, okay, if I'm not feeling as healthy as I am meant to feel, you would know that that is the reason why you are feeling that way. And you will not be able to put the blame on anyone else but yourself. Because that may seem like, okay, it's a bad thing. And that may seem like, okay, it's going to depress you. But it's going to give you the motivation because you know that it is all on you. You are the person that can do it through Christ who strengthens you. So you would know that you have God backing you up. So you can do this thing. You do not have to place power on how you want to live your life on other people. And then the last mindset shift that we have is that it is going to take you out of your cycle. Okay, it's going to get you out of feeling stuck. Okay, because once you can see where you're falling off, where you're good at, where you're falling off, you have data to show you, okay, this is what is working and this is what is not working. You can always change up your system. You can always change things, because if you do not have a system to go to every single week, you would notice that you just be running on autopilot and you just be doing the things that you're normally doing without any way to, okay, look back, check back and see, okay, what can I do differently? What can I do differently? Because you already know what you did that did not work. You already know what you did that worked. So yeah, those are the three mindset shifts. And now let us get on to how you can actually do this in 4 stages. You have to look at where you have been, because it's going to give you a realistic viewpoint of every single thing that has happened in your life. I do not mean dwelling in the past or, picking at every single thing that you've done, whether it's bad, but I just mean that you have to have a honest look at all of the patterns that have emerged in your life. What are the events that have happened in your life? Who are the people that you came across in your life? So now what you want to do is that you want to write down every single thing that has happened to you. So of course I'm going to be leaving, the prompts. I might even make this into a Notion template so that you can just, check it every single time you want to check it without having to watch this video. But that just broke things down for me. And of course, as you can see, it has like, subtitles under every title. So you can really go in deep, and once you can just follow, the process of the prompt, it's just really going to come to you, okay? Because you just be taking it one step at a time, not just trying to think of, all of the things that happen from your head. Once you can do this, it's just going to give you such a good snapshot of everything that you have been through, and you would really be able to know yourself. Like, you have that self-awareness of who you are and what the things that you have done, all of the things that you did good, all of the things that you did bad, all of them joined together. And then the next thing is that you want to get really, really, really clear on where you are right now. What are the things that you are doing right now? How are you living your life right now? Don't just have it in your head, write it down. As I said before, it can be very overwhelming for you to try to do this as a whole. But if you go through all of the, categories, like I said before, you would be able to see that, okay, you can actually like write it down. Okay, what are your habits like? What tasks are you working on? What limiting beliefs do you have? What limitations do you have in your life currently? Just take a full inventory of everything that you do right now, where you are at right now. Or another way that you can do this is that you can decide, okay, next week, every single thing that I do, I am going to be hyper aware of it. Not only what I'm doing, but why I'm doing it, the mindset that I have towards the things that I am doing. You have to take them into stock, okay? And then after that, you could also do a wheel of life exercise or a rating your life areas exercise. Okay, so I have a template, free template, that is going to come out next week, I believe. So yeah, you can download that one as well. I might put it in the description box if you want it as well. And I love the rating system because it's numerical. So you have a scale of 1 to 10. You'll be able to see, okay, in the numerical aspect, okay, like just, removing all of the other things that I can use to describe my situation right now, what is the number that I would give myself right now? That is very, very, very important. And yeah, and then the next one is where you are going. Okay, so this works in 2 ways. You can look at your life right now and see, okay, if I follow everything that I'm doing right now, if I do not make any changes to my life right now, following all the things that I uncovered when I did my where you are right now. If you look at your life, where are you going to be heading in 5 years? If you're still doing things the way you're doing them right now, what would your life look like in 5 years? And then you now want to look at it, okay, if I make that change towards becoming that person that I want to be, what is my life going to look like? This is what we're going to be creating. And I'm not just talking about big goals like be successful, be more healthy. What does that look like for you? What does success look like for you? What does being healthy look like for you? Because in this one, you want to be really, really, really specific. And of course, like I said before, see, it's very important for you to look at your life based on life areas, based on the areas of your life, because it makes goal setting, it makes vision planning so much easier because you can do it in bite size. If you ask yourself right now, who do I want to be? You may have a hard time, trying to figure that out. But once you say, okay, who do I want to be in my spiritual aspect? Do I want to be a person that loves God? Of course I do. Yes, let's put that in. Okay, who do I want to be in terms of my health? What do I want to do? What do I want to have? Of course, I want to have a healthy body. I want to be healthy. So you would put that in. Like once you can just be going from each area to each area, trust me, it's a game changer. So as I've said in the previous points, you want to go through this based on your life areas, based on the areas of your life. And then after you do that, you now want to create a vision board. You guys, the importance of being able to see the pictures that you want in visual form. If you want to make these words really concrete for you, if you really want to make these words like, you're already living in them, create a vision board. And I would suggest, as I said before, create a vision board for each area of your life. Okay, in this area of my life, what is my vision board like? Because of course, if you're anything like me, you have quite a lot of goals. So if you want to fit in all of the goals in one vision board, it's going to be cluttery and all of that. So you want to create a vision board for each area of your life. Okay, I have said that I want to be closer to God. I have said that. Okay, what does closer to God look like for you? That is praying more. That is reading the Bible. That is, doing your weekly fast. So you want to look for pictures on Pinterest. Like we're so lucky to be living in such a digital visual age right now where you can get pictures for literally anything, for literally any scenario. We can even use AI to our advantage in this one too as well. So just look for these pictures and just create it. Okay, for my health, for my career, for my this thing, for my that, all of that, all of that, all of that, and create these things so that you would have a visual representation of what you want to be, of your future life, or where you're going to, so that you do not have to fall off track if you do not want to. You can go back to your vision board and see, okay, this is what I want for myself. This is the future that I'm building. That would help you. And finally, this is where the magic happens. This is where being honest with yourself and making sure that you are not deceiving yourself is going to serve you the best. Because at this point, you have decided, okay, I want to be this, I want to do this. But how? How are you getting there? And if you've already planned how you're getting there, are you actually doing that how the way you plan to? So, of course, the first thing is that you want to create a plan. I want to be this. What are the habits that are going to make me become this person? Okay, I want to have or be doing this in the future. What are the projects that I need to start right now? Okay, you've noticed that, okay, you want to be a housewife, someone that is at home so that you can take care of your kids and you do not have to, be working in 9 to 5. You want to have a business, you want to, or be doing freelancing, something that would give you the ability for you to stay with your children and be more present in your children's lives. You know that, okay, right now I shouldn't really be focusing on 9 to 5. If you're in a 9 to 5, you should probably be looking on how you can start a side hustle so that you are preparing for the future that you want, because you do not want to be a corporate babe, which is totally fine, my corporate babes. If that is what you want, then if you do not have a job, you need to look for ways that you can get a job. You need to start networking, applying for jobs and all of that, all of that, all of that, in order for you to get a job. So this is just where it's going to be really, really, really important for you to actually deep it. Like, what do I really want? And what I'm doing right now, is it going to help me to get to where I want? You get, once you have made your plan, you have to be going back to your plan. You have to have weekly check-ins, monthly check-ins, quarterly check-ins, and then even yearly check-ins. Because first of all, as humans, we can make changes. These things are not set in stone. Honestly, the viewpoints that I had at the beginning of the year isn't the viewpoint that I have right now. Okay, because at the beginning of the year, let me even tell the story. At the beginning of the year, I had already gotten my data analysis certificate and everything, and I had started working on projects to build my portfolio. But then I stumbled upon a YouTube video that was talking about, how she, escaped the 9 to 5. And that was because she saw that she did not want to have a 9 to 5 life in the future. So why was she there? Okay, so she, started, building up her business. And now she's living fine off of her business. Of course, it's not as glamorous as, the corporate 9 to 5, but she looked at in the future, where does she want to go? And I actually did it. And I was like, that's actually kind of true, because like this data analytics that I've gotten the certificate for, and I'm working on building my portfolio, like the chances that that would help me to become the person that I want to be is really, really, really low. Is really, 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 really low. So after I did that, I thought in the back of my mind that I don't think this is actually gonna work. I just had to be honest with myself that this thing that I'm doing, is it really serving my future vision? Is it really serving what I truly want inside? So when it came to my quarterly reset time, when it came to my Q1 reset, I really, 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 journaled about the goal that I had, which was to get really good at data analysis and all of that. And I said, I don't think this is what I want. I don't think this is what I want to do. And that was when, the thought of the Notion business was coming up. And then another business that I also have in the back of my mind as well, the Notion business, and then freelancing based on the knowledge that I had already acquired for the data analysis and also a project management course that I did. So I have a lot of skills, at that time, and I thought, okay, I have a lot of skills that I have garnered, and I am very sure that I would be very good in the freelance market as well as building my business. I feel like everything happens for a reason, because I had this data analysis course, and a lot of things that I learned in that course helped me in Notion, and it also helped me in building my business because I have the frameworks, I have the concepts in my mind of how you can use data to build your business, how you can use data to make business decisions and all of that. So that is still in my brain, and that is still something that is going to work for me. But immediately I came across that thing that shifted my mindset towards it. I do not have to stay there. Okay, that is when you're meant to pivot. Okay, so apart from even the big picture changes, you also want to have those weekly resets where you go through all of the habits that you have for the week, all of the project tasks that you did for the week. Look at it, focus on the things that mattered. What are the things that happened? Constantly journal so that you can capture the moments of your life that are important, because it gives you such power over your life, over your emotions, over your thoughts. Because one, you can actually validate yourself if you have decided, okay, this is the vision I'm working towards. Every week, when you go through your habits for the identity that you want to have, you can validate yourself that yes, I am this person because I did this. And this can only happen if you are tracking your habits. This can only happen if you are doing your to-do list and sticking to it. Because if you do not do these things, at the end of the week, you do not have anything to look back at. You don't have anything to be like, okay, yes. It's kind of like giving yourself a report card. Honestly, it's kind of like a report card. Okay, this is how I'm doing. This is where I need to work on. This is where I don't need to work on. Yes. And you may look at it like this is kind of extra, but I was watching a video recently. I think it's Janet Indomina that said it. I don't remember, but she was like, "You are the biggest project that you will ever work on. Your life, where you want to be, your life is the biggest project you should ever work on because it is your life. Nobody else has your life. Nobody else is responsible for your life. You have to take your life seriously. If you're not taking your life seriously, what are you doing?" And that is how I look at it. Like, it's just honestly sad because it can be like, oh, okay, it's too much, but it shouldn't be too much, honestly. Like, and this thing doesn't really have to take long, like 2 hours, because that's how long it takes for me. My whole weekly reset, weekly planning session takes 2 hours for me on a Saturday night from 8 to 10, I believe. Yeah, I do it every single week, and I can't live without it. I have been doing it guys, consistently from January. We are in October now. Yes, every single week I reset my life. I look at my habits. I look at my planner because if you don't do that, you are going to be seeking validation from another place. You're going to be seeking validation on how you're doing from appraisals from other people. But when you can give yourself benchmarks, okay, these are the habits that I'm going to follow, these are the projects that I'm working on, and when you can look back and see, okay, I did well. I got a 4/5 in my career. I got a 3.5 in my social life, and I need to, I'm that. It just gives you such clarity and such power over your life. So yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I really did enjoy this video because it's very personal. It's very personal. All of the points that I said, please take them seriously, guys. They're really, really, really going to help you a lot. So yeah, guys, that is that for this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a big thumbs up. Yes, give it a big thumbs up. Like this video, share this video to your friend who may need it, who may need this insight, and you can also subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I would really, really, really appreciate that you do that. So yeah, guys, if you want to know how you can build your habits from scratch, your identity, the experiences you've been through, the people that you aspire to be like, then you can watch this video about how you can create and build your habits in order for you to make lasting changes in your life. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.